I'm 81 years old and my wife has been gone for just over 3 years now. Most mornings, I still reach for the other side of the bed before I remember there's no one there anymore. I'm not telling this because I want sympathy. I'm telling it because I'm running out of time, and this is the truth I kept avoiding. Her last words to me weren't dramatic. They weren't poetic. They were small. That's what makes them unbearable. I spend a lot of time sitting these days in the same chair, by the same window. I watch people walk their dogs, take their kids to school, argue on their phones like it all matters forever. I used to think like that too. I really did. At my age, the days don't rush anymore. They stack quietly. And when things slow down, memories get louder. I keep going back to one simple request my wife made again and again for 41 years, and how I ignored it every single time, without meaning to, or maybe I did mean to. I'm still not sure. We met in our early 20s. She was practical, observant, the kind of person who noticed when a picture frame was crooked. I was ambitious, not wildly successful, but always chasing the next step, the next raise, the next thing that would make me feel like I was doing enough. Her request started early. She'd say it casually, usually in the evenings. Sit with me for a bit. That was it. That was the request. Not a trip, not flowers, not grand gestures, just sit. I always had a reason not to. I was tired. I had paperwork. I needed to fix something. I'd sit later. I'd sit after this. There was always an after. She didn't argue. That's the part that scares me now. She just nodded and picked up a book or turned on the TV. Sometimes she'd sit alone at the kitchen table, drinking tea that went cold. I told myself I was being responsible, a good provider, a man doing what he was supposed to do. In my 30s and 40s, life felt like a constant list. Work, bills, kids, repairs. I was always occupied, always slightly behind, always convinced that once things settled, I'd finally slow down. But things never settled. They just changed shape. She asked less over time. Or maybe I noticed less. I can't be sure. There were moments I missed without realizing they were moments. Her telling me about her day while I half listened. Her falling asleep on the couch waiting for me to finish one more thing. Her quiet sigh when I stayed standing instead of sitting beside her. None of it felt like damage at the time. It felt harmless, temporary. Years passed that way, decades really. The kids grew up, left the house. The noise faded. The evenings got quieter. That's when I finally had time. But by then she had changed. She was still kind, still steady, but there was a distance I couldn't explain, like a door that had been closed gently, so gently I never heard it shut. She stopped asking me to sit. I told myself she was just comfortable, that couples settle into routines, that this was normal. Then came the diagnosis. It wasn't sudden, but it felt like it was. Cancer has a way of rearranging your understanding of time. Suddenly there are numbers attached to days, appointments, scans, waiting rooms that smell like disinfectant and fear. I sat with her then, a lot. But it wasn't the same sitting. It was anxious, apologetic, heavy. She never threw the past in my face, never said, "I told you so." She talked about ordinary things, what she wanted the kids to have, which photos to keep, who should get the old lamp. On her last day, she was very quiet. Tired in a way I hadn't seen before, I was holding her hand. I thought this was what she had always wanted, me there, finally present. She looked at me and smiled, a small one. Then she said, I just wanted you to sit with me, that's all. That was it. No anger, no accusation, just truth. I felt something break open in me, slowly and all at once. I realized she wasn't talking about the hospital room. She was talking about our life. 41 years of evenings, of chances, of moments I assumed would repeat forever. She died a few hours later. There are things you can't fix after that. No apology reaches far enough. No memory rewrites itself. I still sit now, every evening, in that same spot on the couch. Sometimes I say her name out loud, just to hear it exist in the room. What hurts isn't that I was cruel. I wasn't. It's that I was distracted, and I mistook distraction for responsibility. I thought love was proven by working hard, by providing, by staying busy. I didn't understand that presence is its own form of work. People talk about regrets like they come from big mistakes. Mine came from postponement, from assuming there would always be another evening. There isn't. If you're listening to this, I'm not asking you to change your life. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. I just want you to notice the small requests, the quiet ones, the ones that don't demand attention. They're often the most important. I don't have much time left. I know that. I'm at peace with it mostly, but if I could trade anything, years, money, pride, it would be for one ordinary evening with nothing to do and nowhere else to be. Just sitting. Together. If this meant something to you, I'm glad. That's enough. I'll stay here a while longer, sitting.